Welcome back to Contest of Speed. It is opening week of Season 14, AM1 Division. So excited to be back, see everybody here. We're starting off the season hot here at Albert Park, Melbourne, Australia. And got in the booth with me tonight, my friend, and... Sorry. In the booth with me tonight, my friend, Chubb Tucker. Chubb, how we doing?
Doing good. How about you?
Man, it's a great day. Good day for some racing. I'm excited to get things kicked off.
Yeah, it's gonna be great tonight. Got a hot lineup here. I mean, you got all kinds of speed here in AM1. I mean, this is the top division for contest of speed, and really the cream of the crop, as they say.
That's exactly right. And you'll notice here we've got 16 guys here racing tonight. Getting ready. Nobody's out. We got SSR William actually out on his out lap, so we'll jump on with him as we wait. We wait for more action to get started, and he's getting ready to come through this final chicane. But you'll notice we've got some new names here in AM1 this year. Got a few rookies. SSR William here. He's a rookie this year. Teamed up with Jason Prima at Kick Sauber. We've got Formula Kai. He's in as a rookie, driving the Red Bull. Who else we have? Alpha Nesis, Deliberation. They're both and Emerson, both rookie. All three rookies as well. And then we have Kiwi there in the V car, who he's not quite a. He's almost a rookie. According to BK, he raced in like season 8, which was before my time here. So, as far as I'm concerned, he's still a rookie. But SSR William here coming out of Sector 1, obviously with the purple Sector 1, as he's the only one to set a time there yet. But he's looking strong. And any thoughts on that, Chubb?
I mean, he looks like he's doing pretty good right through here. He's coming up to that tricky little chicane. Nice. Oh, you got through there. It's good. And now he's coming down the second DR, well, no, third DR straight, I guess, because you got the front stretch. And looks like SSR.
Yeah, he's smooth through there.
Yeah, he does. He does. No, and then right here's this can be a tricky part coming out of this, going down the main stretch. No, he looks good. Looks good. He's gonna put a nice time up on the board. It's 1:17.158. That's a good start before the track really warms up. So, yeah.
Yeah.
SSR William there.
Coming out strong tonight for SSR William. Setting that pole time 1:17.1. Got a few more out on out laps as well. About half the grid still in the pits. But, see, who do we have coming up? Looks like a Haas, perhaps? No.
Yeah, you got Bandute that is starting a lap, and you got Devil in front of him actually he's on the DRS straight coming down, going to the right-hander.
Oh, we've got some live reporting here in the Twitch chat from the pit lane. It's looking cloudy over the hills with some rain in the forecast for the race. So this will be interesting.
Oh, wow.
We've seen rain in multiple races this week. And I think AM3 we started on full wet, and went to the intermediates midway, and then I think had a late safety car, and everybody jumped to the slicks. But we've had another session was raining and qualifying, and I think dry during the race. Maybe that was AM2 last night, I believe. So it'd be interesting to see what the weather does here for AM1 tonight. And as we see Bandute, he's went wide and validated his lap. So now let's jump on. Let's see what Red Devil does here at the end of his push lap coming out of that final chicane.
Yeah, Devil's on a heater right here. I mean, he nearly invalidated coming out of the third DRS straight, but a 1:15.602. Wow.
Yeah, 1.5 seconds faster than SSR William, who set the first lap of the session. And yeah, that's a very strong qualifying lap, especially for a first hot lap.
I mean, that is 2014 to 2020 Lewis Hamilton right there in the Mercedes.
Yeah,
but our
looking kind of familiar, isn't it?
It is. Toto would be proud. So yeah, let's see. We also have Bandude looks like he's going to be coming back into the pits. Pucks is Devil's teammate. He's on a lap.
Mindset, Camden Bauer, the driver formerly known as Mindset, he's coming around with a 1:15.9. So he's joined Devil in the 15s, but he's 3/10 behind. That's good enough for P2 provisionally here. We'll jump on board here with the rookie, the Liberation, and the Williams. And
oh wow, yeah, no Pucks goes to third. So you got two Mercedes right now in the top three.
Liberation with a little front right lockup there, but not enough to upset the car. He's looking low on batteries, 20% coming into this final chicane, but the braking helps him generate more battery for this last push down the straight. It looks like he's done a pretty decent job of doing some battery management there, and that's good enough for P7 with a 1:17.7.
Yeah, and for reference there, last night in AM2, I believe it was a 1:16.2, 1:16.3 there that ended up taking the pole. So, good to see the tiers working out like they should, with the 1:15 early on being the pole up there.
Yeah, they're this is the top level of AM drivers in contest of speed, and they're showing why here. Even we've got a couple in the 1:15s, low 1:16s, coming up in the 1:17s, but it's still early in qualifying. I think we're about a third of the way through the session, so plenty of time to set a lap, improve on a lap. So I'm
100%.
And that G-Boon, he comes around, he's set a purple sector too on his first hot lap of the night.
Yep, took the words out of my mouth. He looks like he's on a great lap as well. And notice there's also 16 spots here. So for those of you at home that are not in league racing, anything, and you would like to be a part of that, there are spots in all of our divisions, and there are spots for you. So if you want to, you can actually come in and race. This is just the first race of the season. We've got 12 races within the season this year. So join us. We'd love to have you.
That's absolutely right. If you go to the Twitch chat, !Discord, that will provide you with a link to our Discord to join up. Great community to be a part of. I've been here. This is my third season here, and I love it. And as we were doing our little self plug there, G-Boon puts it in the 1:15s as well with a 1:15.6, and he's 5/100ths of a second behind Red Devil. Puts him in P2 between Devil and Camden Bauer, which is actually I released last night into the AM1 chat the AM1 preseason power rankings, and this is the top three is exactly about how my power rankings have came out. So interesting to see the confirmation I'm getting here now. It makes me feel better about my ranking abilities.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, and I saw that list as well. There's a lot of speed in this AM1 group today, and you've also got some like Bandude, who is an AM2, but he's actually reserving up in AM1 right now because there's still spots available. So, but Bandude last night is another one that has high pace for AM2, so that's why he's here tonight.
That's right. Yeah, and Bandude, he's going to be looking to actually, even if he just finishes tonight out of the points, that'll be an improvement on his night last night. Unfortunate DNF. So he's looking to redeem himself. He had a fan club going on. Looks like Jay Supreme, he's actually backing out of this hot lap. So looks like we're going to have to jump to somebody else here. Formula Kai on his first hot lap of the night. Let's go down there and check him out, see what he's got going on.
Yeah, and he's in the Red Bull, so let's see if he's going to be Max or Checo for the Red Bulls tonight. Oh, well, there's actually just one, so let's see which one he is.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, so actually, AM1 here, we have three teams with only one driver. Red Bull, Formula Kai with the Red Bull, he actually just joined full-time AM1 today, very, very shortly before the race. And other than Formula Kai here, I think we have Silkweaver in the Alpine, and Emerson in the Haas actually is the only full-time driver at that team. Bandude, like we said, reserving up. He's in that second Haas. But Emerson without a full-time teammate now as well. So like Chubb was saying earlier, we have plenty of spots open. If league racing is something you'd like to try out, it's a great time to race at night during the week, and it's a great community to be a part of.
Yes, and a lot of people are tired of those public lobbies where you just get taken out all the time. This is a group of guys that, clean racing and a good time,
Enforce clean racing. So we have a whole stewards team and everything. So yeah, and that's what got me to join in the first place. Was I was tired of getting it handed to me in public lobbies. Just silly incidents. So I found Contest of Speed, and here I am now. Couldn't ask for a better place to be. Formula Kai going in third place. He's joining them in the 115s now with a 115.8. That'll put him ahead of Camden Bauer. And behind G-Boon, who are both and G-Boon and Red Devil now on outlaps are looking to improve on their times here shortly. We've got Kiwi, he set his time. Jay Supreme still on a hot lap.
Yeah, Kiwi up there to third, That's a pretty solid time, that 15.8.
Tonight, I think we've seen. I'm not sure what the if we have a dry race. I'm not really sure what the strategy call is here. We had a full wet. Started on the full wets, went to the intermediates, and then jumped to slicks at the end. I think I ended up with mediums there the last 10 laps of the race in the AM3 race. So I'm not really sure what the strategy call is here for a dry race. I think you all had a dry race last night, didn't you?
Yeah, and it was dry all through, and really wasn't a chance for rain. That last night was numerous safety cars. It made it into a 2-stop race, but for everybody that typically it's a medium hard strategy here. But I mean, you can also go soft hard. But if rain is going to be starting late, I would see a lot of people starting on mediums or hard, just because those softs, they fall off really quick.
Yeah, well, and actually, we have a little graphic for that here. So yeah, we can look here at the tire life, the expected tire life. This is the 50% wear mark on these tires. Dries 12 to 14 laps, mediums 15 to 17, and hards 18 to 20. With the wets, the intermediates and the full wets, about the same durability. But you will lose a lot of speed on those full wets if it comes into full wet conditions. So who we have on track now? Devil and G-Boon. Devil about to set another lap.
Actually, Silk is coming to the line right now to set his first time. It looks like he's a 123, which, I mean, that's last right now, but I didn't notice that he must have had a moment during the lap there.
Well, Red Devil improved on his time. He's down at a 115.3. That puts him a full 0.3 ahead of G-Boon. And G-Boon and Potty both jumping in the pits, the teammates, as they both invalidated. I think they may, if they hurry up, they may have time to get out and set another lap. But we are down to right under 4 minutes in the session. And the only one on track now is Deliberation and Red Devil, who's on his cooldown lap.
And he's got his Deliberation's battery is awfully high there. It makes me think that he's not on a push lap.
Perhaps on another prep lap, or
yeah.
Well, he's not. Oh, he is going in the pits.
No, he's going in the pits. So, wow.
Now leaves Silkweaver left out on track, and I think he just set a time. So unless he's going back to back, he's looking to. This will be his cooldown lap, and he stays out. So we're going to see another lap from Silkweaver here.
Oh, yes. Much better lap there. 117, 146. He goes good enough for 12th. He will not have enough time to come back around, get new tires, and go back in, though. But if he has enough fuel, he could start recharging that battery and have another push lap.
Well, and you saw him there as he came by the pit straight. Looks like he came by, is it B-Schultz in the V-Carb and, maybe somebody, who's that? Maybe not Kiwi.
You've got B-Schultz there. You've also have Van Doot right behind him, and then Emerson behind him as well, his teammate. So
see Schultz here. He's getting those tires warm. He's getting ready to set a lap here. Let's check out. Let's see what his tire temps are looking like. Oh, he's got him green. He's ready to rock and roll when he comes around on this straight, and this will be exciting to see. Keeping it nice and smooth. We'll go back to that halo. We can see his battery life. We'll take a ride with Schultz around on this lap. Got the DRS on. He's up to speed. Hitting that 8th gear right past the line. And Schultz is setting this lap. You'll notice we spoke about it a second ago. G-Boon and Potty, they're both coming out on out laps now. They're looking to redeem themselves after the invalidations they had on their last push lap. And I'd say they're probably going to try and set up a little tow. Probably get a tow there for G-Boon. But see those McLarens up there together. That's pretty cool because for those of you who were here last year, Potty, he struggled massively in AM1. He had some decent pace, but just in the race, just always ended up towards the back. And in preseason, he's looked very much improved in preseason. Scored a points finish, I think, in Brazil. And we see him here now, right behind his teammate in P3 for qualifying. So it'll be interesting to see how he handles it during the race. But he's looking for a strong start to the season, especially compared to last one.
And let's see, we got Schultz coming to the line here. What's he setting? Ooh, 1:15.935. That's good enough for 7th right now. And he's pulling off, so he will not have another push lap. No back-to-back for Schultz, so he is done with qualifying.
So now we see we'll jump down there. We were talking about him. So G-Boon and Potty, they're out. G-Boon ahead of Potty. Maybe trying to help his teammate, give him a little tow. As G-Boon does have the better pace of these two McLarens. And but it looks like Potty's falling behind far enough that he's not going to get much of a tow from him. G-Boon hitting 315 kilometers on the straight. Almost 200 miles per hour. We are the Americans here after all. We gotta relate everything to imperial units.
That is true.
But it looks like G-Boon's going to get a little tow here from the kick. Goes off in the gravel. Potty behind him, you see him in the background, locking it up, sliding into that turn. It made it look good, though. G-Boon, he got a little bit of a tow there. I think that's going to help his time. He needs 3/10 to get ahead of Red Devil. And he is not going to get it. He was down 1/10 on his time. It was an improvement, not enough. So that'll be the end of the McLarens here qualifying.
That's right. We've got Pucks coming to the line right now. And he sets goes 4th, 1:15.893. What an improvement there for Pucks.
And that's going to be our qualifying. That's going to be our qualifying order here. Everybody's either in the pits or they finished up.
Yeah, I saw SSR William there with the kick. He was kind of held up there right before turn 13, but yeah. So everybody, this is your grid. We've got Red Devil, G-Boon on the front row, followed by Potty and No Pucks. Then Kiwi, Camden, Bauer. Then B. Schultz, Alpha Nessus, Formula Chi, Cryptic, Swang. Then SSR William, Deliberation, Silkweaver, Emerson, J Supreme, and finally the AM2 reserve coming up, Bandute.
Bandute last night had a big fan section in the Twitch chat for him. Interesting to see if they've returned tonight for his AM1 race.
He did. I noticed that during quali. I looked over and saw it, and it kind of motivated me to race him hard a little bit during the race.
Yeah, he put on a show and ultimately got that DNF, unfortunately. So he likes it. Like you said, I mean, even just a finish in this race will be an improvement on last night's effort. And he's looking to get a little redemption here.
Yeah, I mean, he was going back and forth between my mirrors the entire time. I mean, literally on my bumper. So, guy's got some pace.
Yeah, got the pace, got the racecraft. And looks like we have cost bets live now in the Twitch chat. Get your predictions in.
Oh,
win
it
some
is.
channel points.
It is rain.
And we have rain here at Melbourne. Let's
Oh,
look at the
wow.
little weather forecast here. We have that now. And actually, it might not pull up because we're not in the race session. It won't pull up, but we do have rain. So it'll be
Oh,
interesting
wow.
to see.
That is.
Looks like it's wet enough for the full wets. Looks like it's coming down pretty hard. So this looks like kind of a repeat of what it looked like for AM3 this week on Tuesday night. So
yeah,
that being said,
it does.
This track awful hard on your left hand side tires. A lot of fast rights that will wear the lefts harder than the right side tires. In the wet, it's going to be tricky. It's going to be slick, especially if these guys optimize their qualifying setups for a dry track to get that qualifying position. They may be in for a little bit of a surprise coming into this race with conditions like this.
Yes, and hopefully the conditions like dry up, kind of like it did for the AM3 race earlier this week. But man, even if it doesn't, I mean, the full wets here. This is just a slippery track. Technically a road circuit, even though it is a closed road circuit. But your tires as they start to degrade here. I mean, this track gets slick.
Yeah, that's absolutely right. And if they start wearing in the rain, that's even worse. But
turn one is a pile up waiting to happen. I mean, it's so slick. You've got this. You're going 300 kilometers down the front stretch, 200 miles per hour for those of you at home that are American. But then you've got to slow it up coming into the first turn there, and if it's raining, like it is extremely hard to get slowed down to brake, like coming through that. Because you want to carry some speed, going into 1 and 2, but man.
Well, and you carry that speed in the wets. I noticed Tuesday night, like it's so hard to get that car to rotate, and it'll just slide on you. But looks like we're ready to go. 2, 3, 5 red lights.
5 lights. And
here we go. We are
lights
off
up
at Albert Park, Melbourne, Australia, for the Australian GP and AM1 contest of speed. Red Devil getting the start. Looks like he got a great start off the line.
It looks like we're. Looks like we've got a Red Bull Formula Kai round.
Formula Kai dropping to last place there. Looks like he's got broken wing. There's parts still on the track as well, and they're battling it out up in the pack as well. Potty, Bishols, and Camden Bauer, they've all kind of come together, swap places around. It looks like Alpha Nistas and SSR William, they're going wheel to wheel. Behind the Ferrari and Iconic Swing. Oh, and wow, a big hit to the wall for that Aston Martin of Alpha Nistas.
Yes, he hit that wall hard there. Oh.
All right, Kryptonic Swing leaving the session. If you can get an invite for him, get him back in the race.
Yes.
It looks like as Chubb's trying to get Kryptonic back in here, a little bit of a gaggle on the start, but everybody's kind of stretched out, looking like we're running single file now. And Devil, he got that great start. He's almost a full second ahead of G-Boon already, and we haven't even finished lap 1. Potty and G-Boon getting split up a little bit there, but Potty's still hanging on in 4th place. And as we see SSR William, Kryptonic Swing going wheel to wheel around that corner. And SSR William keeping that position, keeping that P10. Kryptonic dropping one to Silk Weaver right behind. Kryptonic dropping some more, though. That's his AI. Red Devil takes the lead for the first lap. He'll set that fastest lap of a 1:35 flat. SSR William getting the pass done on deliberation now, coming into turn 1. And you can see that kind of lateral slide from the wet conditions. These tires still have they need to warm up. They need a few laps to warm up because of the wet conditions. That water will cool the tires down. It makes it hard to build heat. And we can see here, we'll take a look at these tires. Yeah, look, ice cold tires. The brakes are warm, the tires are not.
Right. And it takes a few laps for that racing line to even come in there, so it's really slick out there. You can see a lot of these cars fishtailing coming through the corners.
Yeah, you have to be very careful with the application of power here. and especially AM1 this season. AM1 and EU1 both this season have gone to a restricted traction control, medium or no traction only. There is no full traction control in the top tiers of contest to speed this season. Looks like Bichel's up here. He's looks like he's trying to close the distance to Mindset. He's right off the back of that Ferrari. They're on the intermediate tires.
Yes.
Let's take a look at the tires here. I would assume this would have been full wet, but everybody's on the intermediates, so not as wet as the start of the AM3 race, but still wet enough to make it hairy.
Yeah, and the one thing you want to look at here as well, with it being wet and there being just sliding all over the place, is those time penalties. Because, I mean, you get the 2 warnings, then on that third one, you get that 3-second time penalty. So
that's exactly right. And time penalties have been huge here this week. We've seen a lot of shuffling of the order, like win on, get good track position, like get position on the track to finish the race. But the time penalties dropping drivers left and right, and we've had guys jump 4 or 5 positions or better, just keeping it clean, and everybody else around them getting the penalties. So that'll definitely be something these drivers want to watch out for during this wet portion of the race.
Yeah, and it does play into your strategy, because if you see somebody behind you and they're trying to pass and maybe they got that 3-second time penalty, you might let them go.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah, you don't. If you can keep it within 3 seconds, you don't have to fight it that hard. You'll get that position back at the end. Looks like Kryptonic, though, still ghosted. He's not in the session.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, I sent him some invites. Hope everything's all right over there with him.
He did put in the Twitch chat, ask for another invite. So he may have had to restart his game or his game crashed. May not have gotten those initial invites.
Okay. All right, yeah, we'll try that again.
So we'll jump up here. P8 Emerson in the Haas. He's following No Pucks Given around. Kryptonic joined. Perfect. He's back in the race. But Emerson here, he's chasing down No Pucks Given for that P7. And doesn't look like he doesn't have any damage so far in his wings. He's in a good spot. See him fishtailing a little bit there, but you can start to see that dry line or the racing line kind of starting to take shape on this track.
It is, yeah, it's starting to come in. And you've got the top 2 have kind of broken off in a little bit from Kiwi there, but seems like those 2 are on cruise control right now. G-Boon's still with the fastest lap. I say that, and then looks like Kryptonic Swing just set the fastest lap.
Yeah, he sure did. Yeah, he came back in the session, turned it around, got the fastest lap. So either his AI really put the team on its back, or it looks like Emerson. He's not going to go for the move. Looked like he was about to swing out wide and push it, but he's not. But yeah, the AI of Kryptonic Swing really helping out there to help him get that fastest lap.
Yeah, and you're right. Emerson is coming right up on No Pucks here. G-Boon now with the fastest lap. Kiwi now setting it. And you can see as time start to go down right there, that racing line coming in. So
yeah, let's go back. Let's take another look at the tires. Still cold though. So yeah, I think the racing line coming in is probably doing more than the tires at this point. They just can't build heat with the amount of water on the track.
Right. And you notice most of the people are staying away from those curbs. They're really slick when it's wet.
Yes. Yeah, they will throw you for a ride. Alphanesis now with the fastest lap. We're down in the 129s on fastest lap. And we've got P15 with the fastest lap now. I mean, this field is pretty competitive top to bottom. Got a lot of pace here. Unfortunately, Alphanesis down there, he's 14 seconds back from Bandut P14. He's got the fastest lap. Maybe he'll start making some inroads trying to catch up to the pack, but really it may come down to getting a safety car to help him out a little bit. Right, yeah, and
you never hope for one of those, but it's inevitable. It will happen sometimes, especially with the wet. It's just hard to competitively race and keep it clean.
Yeah, it definitely takes a lot more finesse the driving on the dry takes finesse, and this is just a whole nother level of it. So we see G-Boon, he's backing out a little bit from Red Devil now. He's down. He had the gap down to 2 to 3 tenths. Now he's down to back to about 8 seconds off of Devil there in first place. No DRS it now because of the wet conditions. So the gap probably doesn't matter as much. You're not getting the help from the DRS, but still like to keep it kind of close. Get a little bit of a tow when you can, but especially in these wets, if you get too close, there's a good chance you end up running into the back of somebody if you lock up the brakes and just slide.
Yeah, and speaking of that, I've been watching the Schultz, Pucks, Emerson right there, 6 through 8. They are all nose to tail. I mean,
We'll jump in here in the middle of it with Pucks, catch all 3 of them. But you can definitely, we said something about it earlier, but you can definitely see that dry line coming in now. Looks like it's still raining, maybe a little bit, but it's definitely slacked off. And track, the arrow from these cars sucking the water away from that line and getting a little more grip. Don't look quite as squirrely now.
No. Looks like Emerson's trying to make the move on Pucks here.
He's right behind him. He goes wide. He's not going to dive in on that inside.
Yeah, avoiding the curb. Smart move there.
B-Schultz, though, he's doing well to just stay ahead and run his race. He's gonna let Pucks do the bulk of that fighting back there, I think. Puck's, preoccupied there with Emerson, who's staying right on him, applying the pressure. And
it looks like he might be making the move going into 1. No, he's just staying really close there.
Yeah, he's just keeping in his mirrors, making sure he knows he's there. And B-Schultz, he's only half a second ahead of Pucks. He's not really broken away, but he does have a little bit of breathing room, knowing that Pucks is a little preoccupied with what's going on behind him. Alphanesis with another fastest lap. We're down in the 128s now. Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Pucks with a huge slide.
Yeah, and Schultz is around. Looks like he's going to settle out. He's going to settle out about 11th there. Wow.
Doesn't look like he got any damage, though. Just had a little moment there, little loss of traction. So he's dropped down to 11th out of from 7th place to 11th. Lost 4 positions, but the car's still in good shape, so he's ready to get back into it. And as we're watching that, Silkweaver and SSR William going at it. SSR William getting the pass done and immediately putting half a second on Silkweaver.
Right. And up in front of them, because they're about 5 seconds behind Emerson and Pucks, they are still going at it up there. I mean, Emerson's all over the back of Pucks. But going further forward, Kiwi and Potty.
Kryptonic Swang retiring from the session.
Oh, wow.
See if we can see what happened there. Alphanesis coming around. I don't see a car.
Oh, I see him ghosted right now. It looks like, and that car's going straight. We might get a safety car here. As that car's retired off the track in turn 13.
Doesn't look like we're going to catch the safety car. Yeah,
no.
We're back to green flag racing.
Yeah.
Here at lap 8 of 29 at Albert Park. Emerson's still chasing down Pucks. Oh, getting a big side. Wow. He didn't get the memo. We are not in Tokyo. We are in Melbourne. But he's kicking that rear end out. He's sliding around the turns, doing his best Colin McRae impersonation, and he's still within a second of Pucks. But he's lost a little time there because of that. But great skill display there to hang on to it and keep from having a moment like we just saw B-Schultz have moments ago.
Right, and speaking of recoveries, I mean, Alphanesis and Formula Kai both starting their race off, having to go nearly 20 seconds down. Now they've worked themselves back up. They're closer to Van Doot there at that 4-second back, or at least Alphanesis is, and then Formula Kai still with 5 seconds behind him. But
yeah, they've cut down that gap tremendously here in the last few laps.
Oh, 100%. Yeah.
So now we're looking here. We're on board with Potty chasing down Kiwi for 3rd place, and Camden Bauer right behind them in the Ferrari. It's looking like a 3-way battle for 3rd now. Like we said earlier, Potty, he had a rough season in season 13. and he's improved a lot in the off season. Looks like he's got a pretty good command of the new handling model, the new cars, and he looks to be a lot more competitive than he had last season.
Yeah, and you love to see that. Yeah, he has Bauer right behind him. I mean, seems to be pushing him pretty hard, but Potty's holding his own.
Yeah, it doesn't look like he's letting the pressure get to him too much. He definitely knows Mindset's back there. Sorry, Camden Bauer's back there. Potty with the purple sector too, by the way, through that sequence. But he knows Camden's back there, but he's not letting the pressure get to him. Looks like he's maybe burned a little battery or something because he's caught up to Kiwi again. He dropped back a little bit through sector 2. Now he's right back on top of him, and he's about equidistant from Kiwi and Camden Bauer, so he's in a good spot right now to just cruise and maybe wait for Kiwi to make a mistake in the wet. See if that happens. Maybe try to collect an extra position from that.
Yeah, and he's at 20% tire wear there on that back left. And he's going to start to fill that with Potty.
Yeah, and you can see with the wet, the loss. How important track, rolling into that throttle gently is coming out of these corners, because you look at his rear tires, 20 and 17% on the rears, and he's under 10% wear on his front right, and just at 12 on his front left, and that's from just hitting the throttle too hard, spinning the tires in the wet.
Yeah, but even whenever I look at G-Boon, Red Devil, Kiwi, Potty, like all of the top 3, even the top 4 there, even Mindset or Bauer in 5th, everybody is still, their tires are still cold. Nobody's above 65 degrees on any tire.
Yeah, that makes it very. I mean, the grip is questionable as it is because of the water. Then you add in the cold tires, and it just does not help one bit.
No, but
deliberation. He jumped into the pits here. He was on a new set of intermediates. I was wondering maybe if he thought maybe it was dry enough to swap to the slicks, but it's not. Maybe he had some wing damage or something. But he did jump in the pits, put on a new set of intermediates. He's back to work. 2.5 seconds behind Formula Kai. He's in 15th right now.
Yeah, and there's still that 2.5 second gap between Devil and Boone up there. They're basically on cruise control. And then you've got Kiwi, Potty, and Mindset, or Bauer.
Potty
wow.
around the outside of Kiwi right now. They're wheel to wheel, but it doesn't look like he's going to. Oh, he is. He's getting a nose ahead, maybe.
Oh, and yeah, Mindset, he is. And Bauer right there.
Wow. Just a little bit of wheel contact, but they keep it straight, keep it on track.
Keep it clean. Yeah, good.
Potty's going to get that move done. It looks like Camden Bauer, he's coming up behind Kiwi. Oh, Potty getting
wow, Potty.
Getting loose there.
Yeah, a little moment.
But he
managed
to keep that P3. And now Kiwi's giving up one position. It looks like he's going to have to deal with Mindset now coming up. They go wide. Kiwi into the wall.
Wow.
Looks like he's lost an end plate there.
He has, but he's still right there. Yeah. Kiwi's still right with that group though, so damage can't be too bad.
No, he did not lose an end plate. I'm surprised because we can go back to the replay on that actually, on that pass. But you look at it, and it looked like he hit the wall pretty hard. Like, I'm surprised there was no damage to the car.
Right. Yeah, and just for those of you meteorologists out there, the light rain is the forecast right now at an 84% chance. In 5 minutes, they're predicting it will be 78% rain, but in 10 minutes, we got a 54% light rain, which that just went down to 53. So it looks like it is going to dry up here, but about 10 minutes away from that.
Yeah, we got the forecast pulled up now on the stream. Alphanesis with another fastest lap. We're down in the 127s, and these guys just continue to pick up speed as this race goes on. Track starts to dry out a little bit. You can see there's some sprinkles coming down, but it's not nearly as bad as it was at the start. And the field's kind of stretched out a little bit. Looks like we've got a couple little groups running around. This group of Potty, Camden Bauer, and Kiwi. one group there. You jump back to
Yeah, and
P8. We've got SSR William leading a group of Silk Weaver and B-Shulls. B-Shulls, he's managed to gain a spot off of Alpha Nieces there. Remember, he was up there with Emerson and Pucks and in P7 and dropped to 11th off a little moment he had. And he's back in the 10th. He's in the points-paying positions.
yes, that's correct. And when you look at tires, if you'd pull up the graphic there on the stream, it looks like that other than Alpha Nieces and Deliberation, everybody is still on those original intermediates. Well, in Formula Chi as well.
Oh, first 3-second penalty of the night goes to Deliberation for exceeding track limits.
Wow.
We're not quite halfway through the race, lap 13 of 29. And let's take a look at the stops. Yeah, we've got 3 people who've jumped into the pits: Alpha Nieces, Formula Chi, and Deliberation. 1 stop apiece. Everyone else still on their original set of tires. 12 lap old intermediates. And let's see, we'll go to position changes here. Top 3 stay as they started. Cameron Bauer in the Ferrari, he's up 2. Kiwi, where he started in 5th. Pucks has dropped 2 positions, so him and Mindset, or Cameron Bauer, have swapped. Emerson, big winner of the night so far, he's up 7 into 7th position.
Wow. Yeah, and then you got SSR William up 3 spots, Silk Weaver up 4. B Schultz, having that moment earlier in the race, he's down 3. And then Alpha Nieces as well, he's down 3 positions. Jay Supreme up 3 though. Formula Chi down 4 with that early turn 1 incident there. And then Deliberation down 2. Bandute up a spot. Once again, he's the AM2 reserving up. So, but with that 3-second time penalty for Deliberation, Bandute actually, if the race finished right now, would be in 14th. So
that's right. Yeah, he's got that Deliberation with that 3-second penalty. Like we said earlier, you see somebody ahead of you, especially in these conditions with that 3-second. Probably best not to fight it too hard and just kind of let the race play out, knowing that you're going to get that position anyway, as long as you can hang on and stay within that gap.
Yeah, that's right. And G-Boon and Devil, I mean, they are her nose to tail. Wow, so close up there in the front.
See that red puddle on the left side of the track there as they come around, but that dry line, no spray coming off the tires. It's definitely drying up here at Albert Park. And I think
that makes you think, when are we going to dries, right?
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. I think we'll see slicks before the end of the race, probably, unless it's very late in the race. Where losing those positions, jumping into the pits may not be the right call. But I think if it dries up enough in the next 5 to 6 laps, we're going to see some slicks.
Well, and it's very ironic that the Mercedes and a McLaren are having a strategy dilemma right now on when they're going to go to dries, right?
Oh yeah. What's the saying? Art imitates life.
Oh, that is exactly right. Let's hope that G-Boon makes the right call here.
Now that we see this track driving up, there's no spray coming off the tires as they're coming around. Let's go back and that's the wrong graphic. Sorry. Let's go back and see if these tires are getting a little. Yeah, we are getting a little heat in the tires now. You can see those rears of G-Boon. They're in the temperature range now, barely, but they're there. 78 degrees. That's Fahrenheit, by the way. His front's still a little cool, but he is getting a little heat in the. We're seeing surface temperatures come up. The rears, like we said, they're in the range. So the track is definitely drying. They're getting some heat. We're getting a little more drip now. But the tires are wearing as well, so it's kind of counteracting.
Yeah, and you notice that rear left there, it's up at that 43%, about to go to 44. He's getting close to that time whenever he would want to pit. So,
Bandute, speaking of pitting, Bandute jumping in the pits. He's putting on the slicks. He's going to the hards here at lap 15. We're right over halfway point of the race, and he's making the call. He says it's dry enough. We're going to the slicks.
A good call there for Bandute.
If the track continues to dry up like it looks like it has been, if he can stay easy with it, I know it's still a little damp, still going to be a little bit slick on those hard tires, but if he can hang on, this may be a master stroke of strategy hitting the undercut this early. See him getting a little loose there. Tires are cold, the track's damp. He needs to really be careful here, get those tires up to temperature to get as much grip as he can.
Right. That's exactly right.
But this would be huge for him if he can make this undercut work.
It would. And then also the undercut at this track. Saying that B. Schultz is in the pits.
Locking up there before the pit line. Managed to get his speed down.
He's going for the undercut as well.
He's going to the mediums.
This is going to be
13 laps for the mediums when he comes out of the pit. Or actually, it will be 13 laps on the mediums for B. Schultz to take him to the end.
And he comes out in front of Bandit, so actually comes out well in front of Bandit.
Yeah, Bandit, he was in the back already, and then oh wow, big twist there from B. Schultz. Manages to keep it on track, keep it straight. But I think now we've seen two go to the slicks. I think we're going to see more jumping in here in the next couple of laps and swapping over.
Yeah, 100%.
Meanwhile, we'll jump back up to the front here. G-Boon's still right on the back of Devil. Doesn't really look like he's been offering up any moves, but he's just kind of cruising and letting Devil pull him around. Devil jumping in the pits.
There he goes, yeah.
G-Boon kind of getting sideways around that. So now we've got the McLarens in a 1-2 as Devil jumps in the pits, Cam DeBauer in the pits, Kiwi in the pits, and let's see the slicks. Yep, Devil going to the mediums. Cam DeBauer going to the mediums.
Oh man, shades of Silverstone
Kiwi
playing in my head.
So the McLarens have opted to stay out. Looks like the rest of the grid just about is going to come in, and we'll see what we got here. A lot of mediums, couple of hard runners out. More mediums.
Yep, and
Formula Kai, though, gets a 10-second for speeding in the pit lane. Couldn't get his speed down before he crossed that line, and that's going to hurt for him.
It looks like Deliberation also got a 10-second penalty there. Wow.
Yes. 10 seconds for Kai, 13 for Deliberation. DRS has been enabled. The track has dried. So these guys, they've come in at the right time. And Bandit, he's those penalties, you know, he's going to have his tires up to temp before anybody, as he was the first one to come in. Wow, big spin. Oh, G-Boon going into the wall, breaking the wing off.
Goodness.
He's still in the race, but he's going to have to jump.
Safety car. Wow, that might just save Potty.
Wow, that couldn't have worked out any better for G-Boon's teammate. And he's going to jump in the pits as well, so McLaren's going to have a little bit of a double stack. There may be enough gap here. Oh, and Kiwi speeding under safety car. Now he's got a drive-through on top. Oh, no, sorry, I was thinking of Formula Kai. So Kiwi with the drive-through. Formula Kai and Deliberation both picked up 10 seconds. This will be a good time to jump in the pits and get rid of that penalty, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, 100%.
And who really will benefit from this? Bandit.
But Kiwi stays out. He doesn't go in for that. Wow. Interesting strategy, because now they're all going to catch up to him.
Yeah, it seems a bit of a missed opportunity there.
Yeah, because, I mean, he had a gap, and, oh, man.
Mindset jumping back in the pits. He's come out on the mediums. I think he was on the mediums last round, wasn't he, as well?
He was, yes.
So he's put on another set of mediums. Back out on track. Wonder what the deal was there.
Hard to say. But now you've got the opposite of Silverstone, with the McLaren leading after pitting onto the dry slicks, and then you've got followed by Red Devil in second. Looks like Kiwi is going to fall down after that drive-through, but then you're going to have G-Boon, so you'll have a Mercedes sandwiched between two McLarens, but then his teammate No Puck's right behind G-Boon. So you've got two teams in the top four positions after Kiwi served the drive-through there.
Yeah, that's right. And, interesting. Unfortunate for G-Boon breaking his wing off like that. Luckily for him, still able to run the race. But, he really didn't lose much on that, because the safety car came out. He was able to jump in. He's lost, 3 positions? His teammate has jumped up to first on a brand new set of tires. Like Potty. So, really, Potty probably one of the biggest winners of this safety car. Bandute, who was running 15th and way far behind, he went for the undercut, going onto the hards first out of everybody on the grid. Now he's up into 13th. You know, Bandute a big winner, Potty a big winner. So opposite ends of the field, we've had 2 winners there. G-Boon, I wouldn't say he's a winner because he caused the safety car, but he did not really lose too much there. So
no, I mean,
and with the safety car, they'll be bunched up. He is very much still in this race.
Yeah, if you are going to spin in a race, that is the best thing that could happen. So he basically gets away with it. And even the gap that had built between him and Potty, like there was no double stack situation there. So it worked out.
Yeah, they had just enough gap. That worked out great.
Which is good because, you know, then you don't have like the awkward teammate debrief after this. You don't have to you know, explain like what was going on there.
Well, and really though, in that situation, I mean, I think even if they hadn't been spaced out like that, I mean, I think I would take the double stack over trying to run another lap around and then coming in. You know, I think you still lose less time double stacking there, being up the field as you were. Like we saw. I mean, G-Boon, he lost 3 positions off of breaking a wing off, having to replace a wing under safety car.
Yeah.
So I definitely think even still, like either way, it wouldn't have been that awkward of a debrief, I believe.
Just the only awkward part would be Zach Brown. So
I think Andrea would understand though.
Yeah, he is the most understanding team principal out there, or well, Zach is as well. But then also, as far as engineers go, I think Andre he's one of the best. He's got a level head, you know. You don't have to worry about him as much. Even the whole Max situation in Austria, I felt like he handled that really well. And they've came out of it and had some good racing since then, and that's good to see. You don't want to see things happen like what happened in 2021 with Max and Lewis there, and you know, you never want to see drivers hurt.
That's exactly right.
The reason I bring that up is because Max admitted today, actually, that back in 21 he drove with blurred vision for some of those races after that. So, little interesting tidbit there. Concussions coming over in Formula One now, and that whole discussion.
Well, I mean, you know, as fast as these cars go, when you hit the wall, brother, you know it, you know.
Oh, yeah, and we drive virtually on here, but I still feel it in my bones. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, it still makes you go, get that little flinch going. Like, man, I know that had to hurt. Safety car will be in this lap, so let's see how this start goes. Potty, he's leading the race. 2-lap-old mediums, and he's going to be backing them up. Oh, what do we got going? There we go. That camera angle was wild.
It looks like Kiwi is not going to serve that drive-through unless he does right here.
Well, he can't serve the drive-through under safety car, so he's going to have to do it once he comes back around.
That's right, yes.
But you see them there, they're weaving, they're snaking. They're trying to build that heat up. We'll go one more time to this infographic here. See the heat in those tires. A little bit under temp. Carcass temperature is definitely not where you want it to be, but it's about as good as it's going to get for a restart. Potty coming around that final chicane, and he's going to take off. He's going to try and put as much space as he can. He's gone.
Oh, wow.
Putting 7/10 of a second on Red Devil. But Devil, we've seen him before. He's got outlandish pace. Looking even stronger than he did last year in season 13.
And he's already down to 5. Looks like, around 6/10. Already knocked that down.
I would say that was not a bad restart for Devil, but Potty, he had a real good jump there.
He did.
Devil not quite on him on the restart, but he managed to hang tight. And Potty, though, he's putting a gap on him now. He's up to 9/10 of a second. Kiwi with a 3-second time penalty.
Wow.
For track limits. We're at lap 21 and 29. I think we've had 3 track limits penalties so far.
We have, yes. And it looks like, well, we've got Bauer down there in 15th. It looks like he had a moment. Wow, he's dropped 9 positions now.
Yeah, and he's 6 seconds back from Bandut in 14th.
Yeah.
And he's missing an end plate on his left side there. So, yeah, he's definitely had a moment of some sort. Interesting. We'll jump back up here to the front. Kiwi, he's chasing down Devil. He's right on his tail. He's on those hards, Devil on the mediums. A little bit of a tire difference there. With 8 laps to go, those mediums may just be able to hang on.
Yes, and they will have DRS.
And they're all
this
setting
lap.
fastest laps.
Yeah. Wow.
And that's the difference between the intermediates and the slicks. Alpha Nisa's with a 1:19 fastest lap, and that's not quite, but close to 10 seconds faster than the fastest intermediate lap we had previously.
Yeah, and what a recovery! He's up in 7th now. I mean, he's really. I mean, have a race, young man. Wow.
That's right. Jump down here, Formula Kai. He's 1 second back from B Shoals. He's got the twins of SSR William and Jay Supreme in the Saubers. They're chasing him down, and B Shoals with a 3 second as well, which is huge for these 3 that we were just speaking about, because they're close enough as it stands now that they will all 3 gain a spot over B Shoals there.
Yeah, and Formula Kai, that would put him back to where he started in 9th, especially after that lap 1 spin and wreck. Man, huge for him as well.
Devil seems to he's gained back a little bit of time on Potty. Camden Bauer with a 3-second penalty as well. He's down at 15th. He doesn't have much to lose now. And Kiwi, he's going to serve that drive-through. That's going to move G-Boon up into 3rd. That's a double podium for McLaren as it stands. And we're setting another round of fastest laps. Pucks with a 1:18.4. So we've cut another second down as these tires warm up. The track's dry. The heat's building in the rubber. We are racing.
The slicks are becoming slick.
That's
right.
right.
You love to see it.
So it seems like Potty, he's got pretty good speed through that first sector, because it seems the last couple of laps here on the slicks, he's managed to space out from Devil. But usually by the time it seems like by the time they come back around to the start line, Devil's managed to close that gap up to about half a second. So we'll see here.
And Boone is all over the back of Devil. I mean,
he's got the DRS. Devil's got the DRS, which is helping him defend from Boone. But they're going to have another round of it here coming out of this corner. And this will help Devil to keep that gap to Potty. But it's going to help Potty's teammate as well get in that fight, maybe hold him off.
And further back, you got a little bit of a gap there behind Emerson to Alpha Nisus, and then you've got another train there all the way back to the kick-stabber of Jay Supreme.
Yeah, so we've got a little bit of space made here, and like you said, we've got kind of 2 distinct groups. Potty with a 1:18 flat, setting the fastest lap on those medium tires. Like we said, he's shown a lot of improvement between season 13 and through the preseason of 14. He's leading the race. He's gone from last place in every race. I think his season high finish last season was a P11. He's here leading the opening race of season 14 in AM1. He set the fastest lap. His teammate G-Boot, who won the Drivers' Championship last season, winning 7 of 15 appearances, is down in 3rd, chasing down Red Devil, the 3rd place finisher last season. Potty going from 0 to hero, it looks like, and I hate to give him the commentator curse, but I've got to say it. He's looking good. We've got a yellow flag. Looks like a liberation, perhaps, down there in between Sector 1 and at the end of Sector 1.
Yes, it was.
Does he have... He is missing the right end plate off his wing, so he's had a little bit of a moment somewhere. And meanwhile, while we were speaking about that, Camden Bauer back in 15th, 3-second time penalty, but he set the fastest lap of the race, taking that point away from Potty. Potty's got 5.
Wow, Potty is into the wall.
Oh no, and he's out of the race. The commentator's curse strikes.
Oh my gosh, safety car. Oh Lord. We already had started from the bottom, cued by Drake. Oh my gosh. What? Oh my gosh.
No, I jinxed him. Oh God.
Oh my goodness.
Deliberation with the drive-through for speeding under safety car as well.
Oh man.
Oh my God, Potty, I am so sorry, brother.
Oh.
I am so sorry.
And And your biggest gainers here, I mean, this puts Camden Bauer back up in the race. Even with that 3-second time penalty, it still gives him a chance to come back up there. But my goodness, when you look through this grid right now, Bandoot up there in 6th. That is unbelievable.
Yeah, after being down in 15th for so long with a big gap, he's made the most of this safety car, that first safety car period. He went to those hards early and made a lot of gains. He's up 10 spots.
And you'll notice when you look at the graphic, you pull up the graphic on the tires there, the top 6 though, all on, well, actually the top 5 all on mediums. Then you've got Bandoot on softs in 6th. All old tires though. From them back, everybody else is pitted. They are on fresh Pirelli rubber.
That's right. A lot of softs, a lot of mediums there, and they're chasing down those old medium tires. That's going to make them sweat a little bit.
It will.
As we see, Devil and G-Boon, they've had great pace. You know, they've got what are we on, lap 25? So we should be coming in by 27, 28, I think.
That's.
So they'll have a few laps to hold on.
And I will tell you from experience, old tires do not do well against.
We did see that last night with you. Yeah, staying out on those old tires, and it bit you hard. So it's gonna this safety car restart will be very interesting. So speaking of the old tires, let's see the wear we've got going on. You know, we've said it before. We'll say it again. We're looking at G-Boon right now. Those left side tires wearing at the left front wearing almost double the rate of the right front. The rears are a little more even, but still more wear to that left. And
16%. Yeah,
I definitely think there's definitely enough life left in those tires to take them to the end. It's just, will they be able to hang on versus the fresh rubber behind that first group.
Yeah, the interesting one here is Bandoot. His front left is at 26% on those softs. Back left at 25%. So I know he's got a short stint there after the safety car, but be interesting to see how he holds up here towards the end.
That's exactly right. So as we watch him go around with the safety car, we've got the Aston Martin leading him around the track. We'll take a second here. We'll do another little self-promotion. If you like what you've seen on track, you'd like to be a part of this great action. Safety car, well, actually, I take that back. Safety car will be in this lap. So we're going to have, 7, 8, 9, 3 laps. 3 laps of racing left. That means we'll have DRS on the very last lap.
Oh, my goodness.
But
wow.
If you like what you see on track, you'd like to be a part of this action. We've got American tiers, European tiers. We've got openings for all skill levels in F124. Go in the Twitch chat, !Discord. We'll provide you a link thanks to our handy little COS Formula 1 bot. And that'll link you to our Discord. Join up and come join our community. It's a great community to be a part of. Clean on-track racing, stewarded action. We broadcast Tuesday through Thursday nights at 9 p.m. UK for the European tiers, 9 p.m. Eastern time for the American tiers. And like I said, all skill levels are welcome, and it's a great community to be a part of. Come join us.
And here we go back to Green Flag Racing.
Green Flag Racing,
Red
Devil getting out. He's got a half-second lead on G-Boon coming off this restart. G-Boon managed to stay with him, but we did see there, coming out of that last corner, G-Boon getting a little loose. I don't think that helped his restart. Formula Kai gaining 2 positions there over Alpha Niesis and B-Schultz. Camden Bauer with another 3-second. That puts him up to 6.
And Bandoot on those old softs is already back to 10th after the restart from 6th. Wow.
Unfortunate for Bandoot.
It is.
Jason Breed looks like
he's lost another 2. Wow. Back to 12th now.
Like a rock, he's dropping. Now he's ahead of Camden Bauer in deliberation, and as long as he can hang on with them, he's going to have that P12 locked up because they both got penalties. I believe 6 for mindset and a drive-through for deliberation, and 3 seconds for Kiwi. So as long as he can hang on, he could get up at least to P11 as long as he can keep it together.
Yeah. Back up at the front, you have 4 cars right there that are all in contention. Actually, 5 technically.
Yeah.
When you look at Emerson, Or, I'm sorry, Silkweaver there in the Alpine.
Oh, Bad Dude retiring.
Wow.
Looks like he had a wreck. He's retired on track. Unfortunate, we were just saying, if he can hang on, he had guaranteed positions there, and maybe he just tried to push it a little too hard. DRS re-enabled, so we'll have 2 laps at DRS here to finish this race. Won't have it through this second DRS straight though. Perhaps coming around through sector 2, we'll see the flaps open up. But man, Formula Cod pushing the back of Emerson around there.
Well, he is, yeah. He's on that fresh rubber. Him and Alpha Nisus, they've caught this front pack, and they are all over them.
So we originally had five running there together. Now we're up to 6, 7, 8.
We had 6 because Bandit was up there and Silkweaver as well. So
very, very tight field. Everybody's within a second, except for Deliberation, who's only 1.1 seconds off of Camden Bauer in 12th. But Deliberation will have that drive to conserve before the end of the race.
Wow.
We saw G-Boon there. He had the
with
DRS
a lot of pace. Oh my goodness! Wow.
Oh, it looks like it had some parts flying off there from somebody.
We do, and Formula Cat up to 3rd, right behind G-Boon and Devil.
Big lockup going into that chicane. Silkweaver and Bishul's trading spots there. Oh, what is this camera angle, brother? Silkweaver down in the 10th now. Bishul's and Kiwi in the V-Carbs. They've got 8 and 9 locked up. They both have 3-second penalties. And that's going to hurt. That's going to take them out of the points. As long as Silkweaver and Jay Supreme can keep it on track. Jumping back up to this front pack, though. It's still tied. Alpha Nisa starting to fall back a little bit from Formula Kai. He's only half a second back, so not like a huge gap.
Yeah.
But not as close.
Formula Kai is all over G-Boon coming down to this main DRS straight right here. And I'm going to see,
and tell you who's really going to feel vulnerable here. Red Devil, without the help of DRS.
100%.
He's got Kai and G-Boon
he's
both.
Still in front.
And look at that. They are nose to tail through that section.
Goodness.
G-Boon coming out wide.
Yeah.
And he jumps to the inside through the grass.
Oh, wow.
He's going to grab that inside from Devil, but his Devil goes around the outside and keeps that P1. Holy cow.
Oh, wow. And look at Alpha Nisus up to 3rd. Formula Kai right there. Wow, what a race right there. And the fact that they kept that clean, this is AM1.
This is AM1. And so, we'll take a look at that replay as they cross the line. Camden Bauer spinning around there at the line.
And now Deliberation comes around the final corner. Wow.
Holy cow, what a race. That move there at the end by G-Boon just wasn't enough to get by Red Devil.
No, but it was enough to stop Formula Kai and Alpha Nisus. Wow. What a race. That was outstanding. Man.
Devil with the backflip. Showing him who the boss is. And there's your podium. He's going to hoist the trophy. The team's going to celebrate. They're going to move on, pop that Ferrari champagne.
Oh, yeah. An extra souvenir for the fans there in the front row.
That's right. That's right. What an experience. So, your final lineup here. Red Devil, G-Boon, Alpha Nisus, Formula Kai, Emerson, and P5. Going from there, SSR William, Hux, J Supreme, Kiwi, Silkweaver in 10th.
Yeah, then we got B. Schultz, Camden Bauer, Deliberation, Bandute, and...
Or Potty and Kryptonic Swang.
Yeah, Potty and Kryptonic Swang. Man.
I feel so bad. That commentator curse really hitting for Potty there. I apologize, brother. Man, he was doing so good. I was just talking about how much he looked improved over last season, and just hit the. I don't know if he hit the wall or what. I missed what happened, but he DNF'd there.
It's okay. We will keep We will keep Started from the Bottom by Drake. We will keep that in the queue right here for next week. All right. Well, hopefully that wasn't another commentator's curse.
All right. So while we wait for this to while we wait, we're gonna try and get the get our podium in here. We're gonna try and do some uh post race interviews. Wow, I couldn't think of the word. Hang with us momentarily, and we will be right back. All right, who we got here? Red Devil. We've got Alphanesis in here, waiting on G Boone to join up. But while we wait on that, I think we can go ahead. We can get started now. Red Devil, opening race of AM1, taking the win. Huge battle there at the end. I mean, a multi-car battle at the end for that P1, and you came out on top, managed to hold them off on those older tires. How's that feel?
Yeah, great. Thank you. Yeah, it's been a long time coming. Like I haven't won since season 13, I think now. So yeah, it feels great to be back at the top again. I don't know. I might have to look at the last lap. It was really close between me and G-Bone. Like I thought he was gonna get me, but I think he made a mistake at the end of sector one. I'm not too sure or in between sector one. So he probably had to use more of his ERS. And I saved like all of my battery for that final lap because I knew these guys with the softs are coming really quick. And yeah, I thought we could just hold them off till the with 2 laps to go, which we were. But yeah, it was really fun. Yeah.
Man, yeah, it was a hard battle going from the wet to the dry. Man, it was a great show from you. Chubb, I think you had something to say there. I didn't mean to cut you off, brother. I'm sorry.
You're great. No, that was an impressive race right there. So we were curious throughout the stream, how much were you seeing G Boone and then Potty, in your rear view there at the start of the race?
Uh, Potty was a good 3 4 seconds behind. I was keeping an eye on G Boone. Obviously, he was. I think if I let him through, he would probably be quicker than me. I think. I'm not too sure. But yeah, I tried to hold him off in the corners and see if I could, use my battery and keep that lead. Yeah, I don't know what happened, which caused the safety car, but yeah, the two I think it was probably G-Boon who had an incident or something because he came out P3, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, when Potty was ahead, my game plan was just to stick behind him. But yeah, like you said, I was looking behind after at least the pit stops, Boone and Pucks. We were trying to see if we can work together. Maybe Pucks passes Boone, and then we could go get Potty together. But yeah, unfortunately for Potty, he was having such a great race. I feel bad for him, but yeah, um, so you can't
Yeah,
win.
well,
It is what
that
it is.
was, yeah, and I mean that's one of the things that we had brought that up. Actually, uh, Andre had brought that up that last season he had some unfortunate luck as well. But it was nice to see him up there and running good. But I think he'll be back and stronger. I mean he's clearly
Yeah.
got the pace if he's running in front of you. So
Yeah, he's improved a lot this season from end of last season. So I am uh, waiting to see what he can bring to the table, especially the two McLarens look really strong again. So yeah, we got a fight on our hands for sure. And GG's to Alphanesis as well. I think he he was at the back and then finishing P3. That was impressive too.
oh yeah, him and Formula K, they had the start of the race they actually went way back there, and but then that just shows resilience and perseverance. I mean, you stick with it, and that safety car comes. I mean, you know they can get themselves back up there. But heck of a race, though. I mean, it. We were saying this, but whenever y'all were going to the drives like this, it's funny how virtual life and real life, it's like Silverstone all over again. It's, when
Yeah,
are we going to
I
go to
wasn't
slicks between a Mercedes and a McLaren? Is this real life?
I wasn't sure actually if slicks were the right choice, but because when I came out, it looked like okay, maybe one more lap in the inters would have been better. But yeah, I think at the end worked out. I guess.
Oh yeah, but yeah,
Oh,
great race. That was outstanding.
yeah,
Yeah, thank
absolutely,
you.
man. Congratulations on that opening season opener P1. Excited to see how the rest of the season plays out, not only for you, but for everybody. I mean, that was such a tight race. I think we're in for a roller coaster of a season for sure.
Yeah, for sure. GG's to you guys. Thank you. GG's to everybody. All the drivers. Great job. Fantastic race.
All right, that was
All
your
right.
race winner, Red Devil. We're going to jump now to our P2. G Boone in the McLaren. G Boone, you with us?
Yep. Can you all hear me?
I can hear you. Welcome,
Yeah.
Sweet.
welcome back to the post race interviews.
Thank you.
Podium
Thank you.
P2 for the season opener. I know you were hunting down that P1, and maybe a little bittersweet having the P2 finish there. But man, you put on a fight. That move there before that last chicane, man. That we thought you had it for sure. Um, but excellent fighting, man. You know what? How did that? How was that going for you there at the end? I know fighting with Devil is always tough, and you were hanging right in there with him, just couldn't get it done there at the end. How did that play out for you? Like from your point of view?
First of all, it was a ton of fun. GG's to Devil. It was great racing. Um, my plan was just to stick behind until the last lap and pass on the DRS straight through the end of sector 2, but I was getting some desync issues in the lobby, so every car around me was bouncing around and it was hard to see where anyone was, and so I couldn't decide which way to go, left or right around Devil, and I mean his car was jumping around. I got ghosted for a second. It was just weird. So I mean, I tried to make something out of it and try to brake late into what was it, like turn 12 or something, Ascari, I think, maybe 11. But
Mhm.
it was fun. I was just trying to stay behind him the whole time. Because when I get in clear air by myself, I'm slower. I turned the racing line off, so it's a lot easier when somebody's ahead of me, which is a little weird. So I was trying to just stick with him the whole time, and then at the end try to make that move and couldn't make it stick. But it was a lot of fun. Um, I hated to see Potty spin at the end. I was gutted when that happened because he was doing so good. Um, but I mean, I guess that's part of it. And then yeah, it was just a lot of fun there at the end for sure.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
said I feel so bad. I was talking him up so much, and then and immediately he went and had his moment there. So the commentator's curse striking again. But yeah, I thought he had an excellent race. You all seemed to work together very well throughout the course of that race up until he DNF. So I'm excited to see what you two bring in the coming races.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I'm excited too.
Yeah, that was an outstanding race. I mean, just strategy wise there too. Like everything seemed to be going in y'all's favor. Even the safety car. Like I know you spinning right there. So go back to that moment, like when you spin and hit that, but then it essentially worked out. It seemed to be like the a perfect storm because there was no double stack, there was nothing like that, and you were able to come out what P4 after that.
Oh, yeah, P4. Yeah, it was P4. You're right.
Yeah, so that, I mean, that's you never want to spin, but if you're gonna spin and you're gonna break your wing, that's how you do it.
I guess so. I thought it was over at that point because
Yeah,
that was the crossover to Dries, right? And so Devil had just
yeah,
pit, and that was my in lap. I was coming in that lap after the he pit, which I thought was the better call. I thought I was gonna come out quite a bit ahead after that because I was really pushing on the in lap, obviously a little bit too much, and then went into the wall. I was definitely just trying to push it too hard to get to the pits, and I thought I was gonna be out, and my race was over. Luckily, the front wing was the only thing that dropped off the car, so somehow came back out in fourth, and then was it Kiwi or Kai had a drive through, something like that. So I basically came out in P3, and then I was just wanting to stick behind Potty and Devil for the rest of it, and then we know what happened the rest of the time.
Yeah, no, and in that move there at the end, I mean, that was it looked like you had it, but even to hold off the fresh rubber that Alphanesis, Kai, all them had behind you, I mean, that was outstanding. Great job.
Yeah, and now that you say that, I didn't even realize they were that close behind me because I was just focused on Devil ahead. I didn't even know who was behind me because the race ended and I saw Alphanesis in third, and I was like, wait, I thought it was Pucks. And so I had no idea what was going on behind me.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
No, that's that's a great thing to hear from a driver too. Is I was looking through the front windshield, or well, not windshield, but I was llooking through the visor and not the driving through my mirrors. So that's always
Yeah.
good too.
Yep.
All right, Boone, congratulations on that opening P2, the podium, and looking forward to seeing what you and Potty bring to the table for the rest of the season. I think we're gonna jump now to Alpha Nisus here in P3 in the Aston Martin. Alpha Nisus, you in here?
Yeah, I'm still lying on the floor. I just can't process what just happened.
Yeah, that was wild. Had to be a wild ride for you. Yeah, running towards the back and then coming up like you did through the field to nail that P3 there at the end, man. That was a heck of a drive. Did it seem like all was lost there for a while, or just kept your head down and gritted your teeth and got it done, or what?
Oh my god, yeah. The conditions were like very tricky. I'm coming to turn 1. I think I got front wing damage because I saw someone like straight line a little bit because they locked up, and so I think I crashed behind them. I got a little bit of front wing, and then I think coming into turn 5, I had understeer and I hit the wall at the left, and I tried to continue, but my pace was just not there, so I decided to pit. And I think the reason why I was doing like fastest lap by fastest lap was probably due to Inters having better tire life than everyone else because I didn't see a lot of people pit. But man, when it comes to the first safety car, then it was just all chaos from there. My God, I don't know how I survived some overtakes because they were like firm but still fair. But oh my God, I'm like shaking. The pace, the pace from I think like top 8 is so quick. I couldn't even catch like even do a similar lap. I was like 9/10 behind Devil, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna be fighting for like the last scrap of points. And yeah, it's just unbelievable that I got this podium position. Probably one of little fews throughout the season, but I don't see myself winning a race. That was just pure luck with the safety cars and good tire
Well, I
wear.
mean, you say that, but I mean, you just proven right there though that strategy plays off in the end. Because that and also that sticking with it, man. Like that was an excellent drive. It was excellent to see, but it's awesome to hear though that you even exceeded what you thought was possible in this race. But I mean, you're right. Like it was a heck of a drive, and if I was in your shoes, I would go buy a lottery ticket right now. No, I'm just kidding. No, you did a great job. So walk us through that last turn, like from your point of view. You see Boone going to the inside on Devil, and then you've got Kyle right beside you as well. Like, what does that look like from your point of view?
Yeah, honestly, I haven't done this is my first league race, like professional league race, if you want to call it that. And the ERS and the modes play such a big part. And I think after the first safety car, I was struggling. I think Kai was catching up to me, and the DRS and slipstream ERS management are so important. And so when it came to the second safety car, there were like 3 laps left. I decided to like play it safely, stick behind Kai, let him do the overtakes, and try and reserve ERS and to try and attack other drivers who were low on ERS. So I kind of capitalized on that, but I would never imagine like overtaking Kai at the last lap. I think that was like I don't know what happened exactly. I was focusing more on Kai. I think he went a little bit offline, and then I got past him, but it was like really close on to the last 2 corners. So it was fair, clean racing. I think both of us should have deserved the podium. And yeah.
Uh, Great drive once again, y'all. It was outstanding. To all three of you. I mean, really, for Devil and Boone to hold off, some fast charging cars right there at the end is impressive as well, because there was 4 other cars behind them that couldn't do that. So it's a great race, man. Just the fact that you all kept it clean too, like that's what we were saying. Like this is AM1. Like this is, that wouldn't happen in lower divisions, and the stewards would be sitting there just getting a cup of coffee, ready to burn the midnight oil.
Yeah. No, but man, it was a great race, man. Great performance by you. I know you're not expecting to put in performances like that, consistently. But I'd be interested. I think you may be surprised, man. You showed a lot of grit, a lot of determination, a lot of skill and talent, man. And brought home that P3 for Aston Martin. And I'm excited to see how you do the rest of the season, especially being your first season in league racing. So congratulations, man. Thanks for joining the community, being a part of this, and can't wait to see what you bring next week.
Yeah, I just want to say to the COS community, because I think preseason was just such a struggle to get in the lobbies. I think I didn't even put a lap in qualifying, and everybody Red Devil was so helpful in trying to invite me back. Also J Supreme, since he's on Xbox, he would always send me invites. So thanks to those guys in the community. Since I'm new here, from what I've seen, it's a really great community. Everybody helps each other out, and I hope that continues on throughout the season.
Yeah, 100%. And that's that. There will always be competitive racing. There will always be feelings that get hurt in this, and that is just racing in general. But at the end of the day, don't ever let that discourage you or get you down. I mean, last night I was in a race and I was upset because there was a moment, but that's racing, and it just happens from time to time. But at the end of the day, we're all still friends, and we all still like to come back here every week. It's something I look forward to. So, and I hope that you will as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that's going to wrap us up for post-race interviews. We got a great testimonial there for our community from Alphanesis. So, if you're looking for a home for league racing, want to get some clean action, you're tired of getting beat around in open lobbies, come join us here at Contest of Speed. !Discord in the Twitch chat. We'll get you a link for our Discord. Come join our community. Come be a part of it. We've got American tiers, European tiers. We race 9 p.m. UK for European, 9 p.m. Eastern for American times, Tuesdays through Thursdays. And depending on interest, we have the possibility to open up more tiers. But we have places for all skill levels, all walks of life. It's a great community to be a part of. Even if you don't really want to do the league racing thing, but want an F1 community to be a part of, it's still a great place even for that. So like I said, !Discord in the Twitch chat. We'll get you the link to the Discord. We would really love to have you come join us. That being said, I think that's probably going to close us out for the evening. Chubb, anything to add before we take it away?
No, great first week. For everybody at home, there's also other tiers that they can watch, especially on the American side. And next week we will be in Jeddah, which is, I know, one of Devil's favorite tracks there coming up, and Boone as well. They're always extremely fast there. But that'll be July 22nd through the 25th. And this will be on Twitch. So for those of you watching at home, be sure to tune in, watch Contest of Speed, and if you want to watch Andre, he is on Tuesday night racing. If you want to watch myself, I'm on Wednesday nights, and then on Thursday nights we will be here again, helping steward you through and show you all of these amazing drivers in AM1.
That's exactly right.
Yeah, so thank you to everybody. It's been great. I'll look forward to it, and I look forward to seeing everybody next week.
I look forward to seeing everyone as well. Thank you for joining us tonight. Like I said, tune in 9 p.m. Eastern for American Tier Racing. That'll be Tuesdays through Thursdays here at !Formula 1 on Twitch. Join the Discord in the Twitch chat, !Discord. Until next week, signing off, I am Electric Entree along with my co-commentator Chubb Tucker. Thank you. Good night.